Have you ever achieved something and felt weirdly unsatisfied? Or you cannot decide what to say yes to because everything sounds like a good idea? It's not a motivation problem, it's a values problem. In this video, I'm going to share with you the exercise that I use to establish my core values and the value statements that I use for goal setting and decision making. So the simple exercise is called a dream dump, and it'll help you discover what you truly value in life. This exercise helps you uncover what matters most in life. It'll help you actually discover some goals within your core values, and then it'll also create these value statements or guardrails that you can use for decision making. What are core values? Core values are principles that matter to you when no one is watching. They are the things that make you feel proud, peaceful, energized, and aligned. When your goals match your values, they feel clear. When your goals fight against your values, that's why when you accomplish something, you feel unsatisfied. Or it might be why you're feeling stuck, resentful, or burnt out. So let's take some time to discover your core values. Step 1, we're going to grab a notebook or your notes app, and we're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. The only rules are no editing, no judging, and no realism. I want you to think that you have FU money when it comes to this dream dump. So I want you to ask yourself, if time, money, energy, and people's opinions of you were not an issue, I would. And then I'm going to ask you questions to answer. I actually ran a workshop, so if you want the full replay, I will put the link in the description for you to access that. But otherwise, I'm going to ask you a question from each of the different life category sections. Okay, when it comes to time in your life, if you could spend the most perfect day, how would you spend it? So what I want you to do is pause the video after each question and actually write your answers down. If I could be known for one thing, what would it be? My house looks like, when I look out the window of my home office, what do I see? I love doing this with my friends. I love doing this with my romantic partner. The kind of work I want to do is, when do I feel rich? How do I want to feel in my body every day? What kind of physical activities bring me joy? How do I want food to make me feel? Why do I want to travel? What hobbies or activities light me up? Okay. Timer should be done by now. Now you have a list of what your soul is craving. And inside that list are your values. All right, so let's move on to step 2. We're gonna turn your dreams into values. This is where clarity comes from. So look at what you've written down and identify what you've written down symbolizes. So I'll give you a few examples. I want to travel more probably identifies, you want adventure, freedom, curiosity. My home inside is clean and aesthetically pleasing, so that identifies probably peace, safety, stability. I want to feel strong in my body. That probably identifies vitality, confidence, self-respect. I want deep talks in my friendship. That probably identifies belonging, support, connection. I want a business that runs without me. Autonomy, creativity, impact. So write down, what does this give you? So this dream gives you this. And all of these give you words are your values. Pause the video and comment below, what is one value that you see showing up from your dream dump? And if you want more videos that make decision making feel simpler, please hit subscribe. I share practical routines and mindset tools that help you follow through on your goals. All right, step 3. A value is only valuable if it helps you in your decision-making process. So now what we're gonna do is take your dream dump and turn it into value statements. All right, now I'm gonna share with you some value statements that came out of my dream dump, and they're in different life category areas. So I'm just gonna read them out to you. So in the travel category, I value traveling 3 times a year, 1 adventure, 1 relaxing, and 1 honeymoon trip a year. I value going on weekly dates with my partner and traveling once a year for our annual honeymoon. I value moving my body daily, lifting weights, practicing yoga, and going for walks outside. So now you have these personal statements that you can use for not only goal setting. So for example, my travel goal is easy. I want to travel 3 times a year, but you can also use them for decision making. So the next time you're stuck between 2 decisions, here's some questions you can ask yourself. Let's say you're trying to choose a new job. Does this job allow me to spend my day the way that I want to? Does this invite that I've received from my friends honor how I want to spend time with my friends? Or simply ask yourself, if I choose this, am I sacrificing any of my values? So you can save or bookmark this video because your core values are not values that you choose just once. These are going to be fluid throughout your life. Your core values are your inner compass, and they are going to be constantly evolving based on your circumstances or where you're at in life. I recommend doing a dream dump probably once a year or maybe every few years. And if you want that more in-depth workshop, the link to the replay is in the description. Thanks for being here. Would you mind liking this video if you found it useful and subscribing? I share lots of productivity and organizational tips here on this channel. Now go and live well, and I'll see you soon.